Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, I've been messing around with a bunch of Tearlament stuff, and obviously, you guys know I love dinos. I haven't done a dinosaur list in a while, and I've been messing around with this Tearlament dino list that I thought was actually pretty good. It was a lot of fun to play with, so just want to bring it to you real quick. This will be a Wednesday upload. I am recording this Saturday. I will be turning on the YCS Minneapolis or whatever, and the UK Nats is on too. So without further ado, guys, fucking Tearlament Dino Tearlament, whatever, DT. Oh fuck. This deck just does a bunch of crazy shit. Alright. Let's get right on into it. This is a 60 card list. I was super happy with how it turned out. It looks very good on paper too. Like once you see it, it looks very clean. So we'll start off with two UCTs. Obviously, Italians. Oh fuck. This card's just insane in this deck too, because the Tearlaments trigger off of its pop, which is very insane, and I just really enjoyed this card, obviously. So, and then you got three Oviraptors, of course, Italian, three Baby Ceratosaurus, Italian. Let's go with this deck. And then, so we're playing three Coatlas in this list, which it might just seem bricky to you or gross, but you mill this off a Tearlament, it's just insane. So, I really enjoyed this card at 3. Plus, it was an easy side out when I was playing. I did enjoy that fact. And then for the one-offs, we had the Dogoran, of course, the Misk, just one Archosaur. You only ever need one of this card. If you mill it, that's fine too. I mean, that's why I only play one. Obviously, you're playing the Oviraptor too, so the Coatlas too. So you always have pill is basically what I'm trying to say. So one, and one Giant Rex. I cut Pankratops from this list and the Petite Saurus card, the other Baby Ceratosaurus card. It's just, I kept milling it, and I just never saw it. Like, I would draw it going first, and it just wasn't as good, so I cut it. I would definitely side it, obviously, but Pank is not in here. So, and then I am playing the Scrap Raptor, Chimera, Golem, of course. Obviously, this deck just, Scrap Golem plus, or Scrap Raptor plus Lost World is a whole combo. You can do just everything you want with it. You make Curious, just the whole 9, so I enjoyed that. I'm only playing one Visa Starfrost. This was another reason that made me go to this deck, was obviously because the Tearlament Field Spell searches a Tearlament monster or Visa Starfrost. So if you open like Baby Ceratosaurus and the Field Spell and your hand's like which has only happened a couple times, you just search this, summon the baby, and then you're off to the races. So obviously we don't have Hulk anymore. That's why I'm only playing one copy of this. You don't need to see it every game, but it's nice to be there. So and then the Floodgate we play that we send off Curious is the spell canceler. Obviously, you send this off of Curious, and then you make Dagaris to special it back, etc. Which is really cool in this list, too, because they can't, like, Dark Ruler or Droplet your UCT. UCT is really hard to play around if they don't have access to spells, so that's why I really enjoy this list, too. And the last one-of monster is the the one Crystal Beast. I'm sure you can imagine why this card is in here. Also, it's an Aqua, blah, 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 Tearlaments. So, and then for the Tearlaments, we're just playing 3 of each of them. Havinus, this, and then Rhinoheart. So that's the end of the monsters. This is just very standard. I think you just always well-roundedly play 3 of each Tearlament, especially since I'm playing 60 cards because I had to fit the Dinosaur engine in here. Then for the spells, the Instant Fusion, obviously this card is just mill 8. So Terraforming, Foolish Burial, 2 Foolish Burial Goods. This is for the Crystal Beast Trap that adds that to add a field spell. So you can add the Tearlament Field Spell, Primeval Planet, or you can add the Lost World, which is very good. I was only playing 2 pills. I was playing 3 at the start of this list, and I just never ended up milling 2 at one point, so I cut it to 2, because the third one just never really came up, so it was fine. And then for the Tearlament Field Spell, this is still 2 Tearlament Field Spells set up my boy Andrew. I still need to get 2 more of these. I just haven't got 2 more of these yet. I will in due time. I just want to get them in person, and nobody ever sells them to me, so... and then 3 Mondo Perduto, 3 Lost World. This card, like I said, with Scrap Raptor is the whole combo. And then 3 Fossil Dig, 3 Prosperity. My third one finally came in the mail, so that was cool. This card's just insane, obviously. And for the last cards, the 3 Dark Roller. Obviously, UCT plus Dark Roller is just see you later. And then I'm playing 2 of the Trap. Obviously, this is Foolish Burial Goods, and so is this for Foolish Burial Goods. This, you just managed to add the Primeval Planet or the Lost World, like I said, and then this is just basically Rhoda for Tearlament. So obviously this card on board is also insane too. So, and then for the extra deck, You got one Kaleido Heart, and then this is the new one. I just haven't bought this one yet. I've been testing with this card, though. This card's all just absolutely insane, but just want to point out that this is a proxy. Sorry. 2 Kit Kalos, 1 Garuda, 1 Predaplant. This card's insane in this deck as well. And that's it for the fusions. And then for the Exceeds, the Dagaris, like I explained with the Spell Canceller, you send the Spell Canceller off Curious and then reborn it with this. The 1 Dweller's just a blowout. So is Bagooska. Bagooska's honestly a blowout. And then I'm playing Dalka. Dalka's just very good. Obviously, since you're playing dinosaurs, you can play the card. It's very good. Lagia is just not that good. But this could also be Sprite Elf. I was playing around with Sprite Elf and this, and I just chose to play this one because this is easier to access. So, and then for the links, we're playing the 1 Link Rebo, the 1 Scrap Wyvern, the 1 Curious, obviously the Griffin as well. There was I was playing a side. I can't remember. It was either Summon Limit or D-Barrier was my side, and then the last one was the fucking access code, because you can send whatever with Curious and then set it with Griffin, obviously. So, and then I have a couple honorable mentions that I did want to point out, just in case you guys were like, "Oh my god, like he's missing these." The Kishtira card, I only have 1 right now, so I didn't want to include this and 2 more proxies in the list. I haven't bought 2 more of these yet, but it'll be fine. I'll get those in due time. Obviously, 3 Droplet, good card. 3 Super Poly, this card's insane. And then the Shadal stuff. You could also send this off of Curious or whatever, and then do the Tearlament to fuse into this on your opponent's turn. This is also just very good. Just wanted to note it. I didn't want to main it. Also, Time Thief Redoer, I forgot to pull that out. Time Thief Redoer is another card that you could play in here as well. Also, the Cerberus, Pentastag. Pentastag's actually just very good for this deck. Obviously, the Lagia. The Castel, this is the card I was talking about. You can play this. You could technically side this with the Harpy's Feather Storm. Like you just overlay for that and overlay for this, and then have that card already, and then it just kind of blows them out. So, and then also the Cowboy, Tornado Dragon. You could also put Sanctum, or you could play Dagda in here. I just chose not to play Dagda for this list. You can definitely play Dagda. There's a huge Dagda lock. I'm gonna come back with this list again too. Don't worry. And then the 1 Lithosagum. Obviously, let me pull the card out real quick. Obviously, the 1 Diagram as well with the 3rd Foolish Barrow Good, since we play that Crystal Beast card that obviously can search this. So, card's insane. I just didn't have too many hands where it was like multiple babies, especially since I cut the Petite from the deck, since I'm not playing Pank in the main. If I was playing this card or multiples of this card, I would be playing the Diagram. So. And then shout out my boy Johnny, the 3rd UCT. He always plays 3 of these, and he always sees multiples. So I just wanted to note that. The other Risa Starfrost, if you wanted, like I said, they're not needed. I think 1 of is completely fine. The 1 Archosaur, if you wanted, I guess multiples of these. Sorry. And then for the spells you could play, the Called By, Set Rotation. Monster Reborn is very good in this deck for Scrap Golem. I mean, Scrap Golem, Link Climb, etc. And then this card too, this Primeval card. This is a card that outs Mystic Mine. I know people are probably aware of this card, but it's if you have 3 face-up defense position monsters, you can pop a card on the board. So you can just, like, if they try to Mind Stall you, you can just search this or hard draw it or whatever. It also searches Visa Starfrost on activation. This card's very good. Just wanted to note it. And then this guy, this card's okay. I think once Sky Strikers come back after Mama, this card will be played. And then also the extra Foolish Burial, you can send the Kit Kalos Mill 5 to get around the Bestial cards, since you don't control a monster in Mill 5, and then kind of play from Grave Mill, Overtext, etc. So, and also Dark Hole was another one for the babies, and it also against Mystic Mine, and then the last card was the Ladybug, in case you wanted to side in for time. So, so that's just where I was at with that, guys. I really enjoyed this list. I will be bringing it back once I complete the list. I just hate using proxies, but I did want to get this list out there. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.